How are you doing this afternoon? Hope you're having a happy Monday. I'm just gonna make sure that I can see your chat and everything before we get started here. So let me just bring everything up here. Hopefully it all comes in. There it is. Okay, now I can see if you leave any comments. Hi everybody, my name is Genevieve and this is a Thunderbird Farm Handcrafted. Today we are going to be making, and I should have grabbed it, the really cute, I'm going to grab all of them that I made, a really cute pencil case by the Swan family patterns. It's such a cute, easy sew. We're actually going to be doing this on my domestic machine. Hi, Corey. I've been trying to pick for sew-alongs. I've been trying to pick some patterns going forward that we're going to be using our domestic machines, because I have, one, gotten very spoiled using my Sailrite and getting used to just using my industrial for everything. And I had purchased a Bernina is it 475? Yeah, 475 QE back in January, because my old Singer, I have a 1960s Singer. Hi everybody. I have a 1960s or 1970s, late 1960s, early 1970s Singer from my grandmother and my aunt. And the feed dogs were so worn down. You can't find parts for Singers hardly at all anymore. And so I bit the bullet and bought a new domestic machine, but it has so many bells and whistles that, to be really honest, it intimidated me a lot. And so I'm going to try to pick for sew-alongs. We're going to try to continue to do at least one sew-along each month. I feel like it's a really fun way for all of us to get to know one another, and a great way for me to practice on the domestic machine, to force myself to practice on it and not just stick in my comfort zone of using my Sailrite. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to make this cute little pencil case. And I had got this pattern from Swan Family Patterns. There was a really big bundle. I don't know if it was like Easter, sometime around there. There was a big bundle of a whole bunch of patterns. Maybe some of you guys got it as well. I think it was like 26 patterns. There was some Spencer Oak patterns in there as well. And this was in there, and when I was looking for, like, what could we do for a sew-along, what's something that could force me to sew on my domestic machine, this little pencil pouch really stood out to me. I just thought it was so cute. And with back to school happening, you know, I feel like this would be a great one, like if you are sewing something for your kiddos for back to school, it would be great for your kiddos. But I also think this would be a great teacher gift, you know, for the start of the year, to throw a couple things in there, maybe put a Starbucks gift card or a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. Here in my area, we don't have a whole lot of Starbucks. Dunkin' Donuts is more our speed. So I think this would be really cute to throw a few of those in. You could also put like a key ring on this, maybe attach a couple other fun things onto here. So I just think that this is a fun, it's very quick, easy sew for us to do together. And so I'm excited to sew it with you today. If you are joining live here with me, please feel free to say hello in the comments. I'm going to just share just a really quick little background about myself if you're new here. Thank you for coming and watching the sew along or sewing along with me. I have been sewing over 20 years. Started sewing, actually, both my grandmothers they sewed beautiful things. They sewed wedding gowns, all sorts of things. I grew up around people quilting and sewing. Never once asked to learn how to sew. Hello, Claire. And when my daughter was about 3 years old, 3 years old, she wanted to be a princess for Halloween, and I had no clue how to sew, but I knew at that point we did not have the money for the real fancy princess dresses that were at the Disney store. And when I went and looked at the ones at the Disney store, I was like, I could make this, because it was held together by, you know, Velcro. And so I went to Walmart, bought a $1 princess dress pattern that had 4 different princesses and a little princessy witch, and bought the fabric. I knew enough how to like figure out what fabric did I need to buy. And I came home and I opened up the pattern and I realized that the pattern was wrote in another language, sewing language. To me, it was French at the time, but it was written in sewing language, and I did not speak sewing at that point. And so I had called my grandmother, who lived states away at that time. She had moved with her two daughters, and asked her to teach me how to sew over the phone. And she was like, I can't teach you how to sew over the phone. Again, there was no such thing as YouTube. At that point, and she's like, you need to contact my sister, who, again, that's whose Singer sewing machine that I have, is my aunt's. And I went to her house. She helped me cut everything out for now the Princessy Witch, because my daughter, of course, had changed her mind which one she wanted and decided she wanted the most difficult one to sew. And she helped me understand what I needed to do, and that was the first thing that I ever made, was my daughter a little Princessy Witch Halloween costume, and I proceeded on to make the rest of those princess dresses for my daughter. And so I've been sewing since that point. My husband bought me my first sewing machine, and sewing has just been one of the biggest joys of my life, and also brought me through some of my darkest points of my life as well. And so my reason for doing a YouTube channel, and a reason for sharing my sewing love with everyone, is partly, I hope someday, if one of my grandchildren wants to learn how to sew, there will be YouTube. Even if I'm not able to be close to them, they'll be able to learn from me. And then also to just share in the healing of sewing with all of you, because I just feel like there is a therapy to it. There is a reason why all of us say that. And so I'm really excited for you to join me today and share with me. I do make my own hand-dyed fabrics, so if you are interested in checking out the different fabrics that I make all different types of hand-dyed natural fibered fabrics. Some are meant more for industrial machines, some are also meant more for quilting and domestic machines. So definitely check those out. I will make sure that if there isn't a link in the details already for our website, I will link it there for you. But I'm just really excited to sew this with you today. So first thing, what I'll do here is just share with you this in particular one. This one I used some vinyl. I did need to take this over to my Sailrite to do the edges, and to get through the thickness of this end. So this pattern, I would say, if you are going to try to use any type of thicker vinyls, your domestic machine probably won't take this really thick area, because the one that I have, the Bernina, I mean, she does a pretty good job. She did, handle this area okay, but this down here, getting through the vinyl here and getting through the little like handle here area here, that was extremely, it wouldn't have done it. And so just kind of to share with you, if you do want to use some vinyl, it does turn out really, really cute, but I would say to take it over to your industrial machine, if you have one, to do that. The other ones that I made, the other one, this one is all quilt cotton. Okay, so some of my hand-dyed fabric and also some quilt cotton. It is slightly interfaced with some Pelnon woven interfacing. So this one I did all completely on the domestic machine. And then this one is my little Shindig's water resistant canvas. So this one is a little bit thicker. I will say that, I did have a little bit of difficulty like going across the thickness of the zipper and stuff, but I think that was more my user error with learning my new machine versus not being able to fully do it. So I feel like this thickness is probably as much as what a domestic would take. So some water resistant canvas or waterproof canvas would probably be as thick as I would go to keep this domestic. Okay. If you have any questions for me, feel free to pop them in the comments. I'd love to know what fabrics you're using. So there is a event page over on my free Facebook group. I just love seeing fabric and the color combos that you come up with. So feel free to go and share pictures in my Facebook group and so forth of the pencil cases that you create. And I do want to thank the Swan Family Patterns for giving me permission to share this pattern live. I know some people were asking me, like, was the pattern free? I always encourage that we support our pattern designers. It takes a lot of work for a pattern designer to make a pattern and put it out into the world. So I really encourage you to spend the money to buy the patterns. And I feel like this one, like I said, is one of those that you could make a bunch of them, either if you're doing craft fairs or vendor fairs. It is a nice pattern to get multiples out of it and get a return on that. So with that being said, I'll share the fabric that I am using today. So I'm a part of the My Little Shindig Fabulous Fabric Club. It's a mouthful, but it always comes with I believe it is 8 fat quarters of coordinating prints of cotton woven fabric, and every month it's always something fun or beautiful. I haven't not liked a single one yet. So this the end of last month came, and that's what I'm using today. And it's this little cute Cinderella like sewing mice. And then it has this like pretty butterfly print, but it also has like kind of this mystery pumpkin carriage kind of hidden in it, which I thought was super pretty. So we're going to do this coordinating together. So those two prints, and then I have this zipper. I'm trying to remember where I got this zipper tape from. It might be from Indo Love Creation, possibly. But the zipper pull is from my friends over at Dream Big, which I thought was perfect for this fabric. It's a pumpkin with like all sorts of like scrolly fun work. So we're going to use that today. All right, so I do have, we're going to hope that I don't run out of bobbin thread because I don't know how to change my bobbin yet. But we're gonna give this a whirl. I'm gonna turn you so you can see my machine, okay? And then at the end, I did get 2 packages today. So one from Dream Big and one from my friend Jade over at Heartwood and Hyde. And so I will open those packages at the very end. All of my sew-alongs, I do share a mystery code word that you can share over in the event page to be entered for a giveaway. I usually give away whatever I make on the sew-along. So I will be giving away this pencil pouch. And I feel like since it's sewing, you could totally put all your little sewing tools and things like that in it. So let's turn you down so you can see. And I think that's probably pretty good, right? So we're gonna start out. I did interface this, just so you know, our bigger lining piece, you do want to interface that with some woven fleece interfacing or just some cotton woven interfacing. I have like some fleece interfacing just to give it a little bit more cushion. But we're actually going to take our outside top piece and the other long outside top piece, and we're going to clip those together like so. And I don't have these interfaced at all. You could if you wanted to. I just feel like, you know, you want to really watch the amount of bulk that you have. And I always get so nervous using this machine, you guys, so please, everybody say a prayer. Okay. Yeah. It always makes noises that I'm not used to. So we're going to back stitch at the beginning and the end. And we're doing a 3/8 seam allowance. Oh, and I think I broke my thread already. See, already. It's because I'm just not used to. I need my scissors too. Just not used to this machine yet. So we have to rethread it. Luckily we got all the way across there. Now you could take this over and iron it. Usually that's what I prefer to do. I prefer to like iron that flat. But for this we're just gonna continue. I feel it like every time, you know, if you sew on a new machine, and that was one of the reasons why I got this machine, was I didn't want, if I went to any like events or any expos and was going to take a class where I was sewing, I wanted to have a machine that was mine, that I would, you know, feel comfortable with. So that's one of the reasons why I'm like really forcing myself to try to use this machine more, because I want to feel like if I do go and take a sewing class, I'm able to do so. And I'm pretty sure there is a threader here that I could use to thread it without difficulty. But I haven't looked up how to do that yet. So we're just gonna thread it the old-fashioned way. All right, and now I'm going to just finger press this, and we're going to top stitch this across like so, but we're gonna change to a top stitch. Okay. Come on. Well, I'm chewing something. It sounds, doesn't it? Of course, the one that I'm doing a sew along, we would have issues. Let's see what's going on here. Something's not right. Oh, we have some thread stuck down there. That's what's going on. There we go. Okay. Come on. All right. I'm just going to take my seam ripper here and fix my top stitch a little bit here. It wouldn't be alive if we didn't have the ripper out, y'all. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Much smoother. Yesterday I was very busy washing out some fabric, so if you notice some dye on me or on my hands, that's just residual effects. So now we have our piece like so, okay, and we have our other piece. So again, this is our lining, this is our exterior. What I'm going to do before I start piecing this all together is I'm actually going to find for myself, and I thought I had another piece here, and maybe we'll just use webbing. Maybe that was my plan, but I thought I had it. I did. It's on the floor, you guys. Okay, so these two pieces, are they the same size? This is the skinnier one. Yeah. All right, so these two we're going to set aside. These we're going to use as binding. This piece here we're going to actually sew because it is our little like loop tag. So we're just going to fold that in fours. We're going to sew down one side a top stitch and then down the other side. The one thing that domestic, it's so quiet compared to an industrial machine. All right, so we have our little tassel piece already made. We're just gonna set that aside now. And now we're going to grab our exterior and our lining and our zipper. And I just need to look at the pattern now, because this is the part that I always, well, not always, but like the second one I made, I put the zipper on incorrectly and we had to get the ripper out again. So what we're going to do is we have our zipper here, okay, and I'm going to pull my zipper apart like so. Keep my little, my zipper pull on here though, okay, and I'm going to hold it. I'm going to have my lining piece, okay. I'm going to hold it like this out in front, okay, facing me, and I'm going to flip it so that it's not facing me, okay. That's how we're going to stick it. Is that correct? Yes, that is not facing me. So you're going to have it like this. You're going to flip it onto your lining like this. And this is the side that's going to go along that one edge, okay? But first thing we have to do, we have to measure here a 3/8 of an inch down. On both sides, so we know where to position it. Okay. And now we're going to clip this. We're going to find where that line is, and we're going to clip this straight down. You might need to pull your zipper pull down a little bit further. You just want to really try to not pull your zipper pull off of your zipper, okay? And then we're going to take our exterior and we're going to put those right sides together, sandwiching that zipper in place, okay? And it's really up to you. The pattern does show that when the zipper closes, it's up towards this part. I think it's kind of up to you which way you want to do it. It just really depends what look you want yours to have. Okay. And then again, we're going to do a 3/8 of an inch. And we're going to put our zipper foot on. That's the one nice thing about this Bernita, is how the zipper, or how the feet go on and off. It's such a simple on and off. Move my zipper needle over so that I'm at the proper position. Okay. We're going to back stitch at the beginning and the end to go back to a regular stitch, length stitch. And I do have a thread cutter on the machine, but I don't know, I'm so used to using the scissors. All right, so now we have this sandwiched in between there. Now we're going to take, this is where it gets kind of tricky. We're going to take our other side of the zipper. Remember, try not to get that zipper pull pulled off. And now we're going to line it up on this side as well. So we're going to clip that and clip it here like so. And what's going to happen is this is going to come in, so it'll make it a little easier on you, but just be mindful of that zipper pull, because it's going to weigh it down, that it's going to want to pull away from there. So clip it as much as you need. Okay, now we'll do the exterior, clip that on there. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go down at 3/8 of an inch. Back stitching at the beginning and the end. I'm missing my zipper down here. That's what you don't want to do. And I need to rip that out a little bit. You'd think I wasn't sewing for a long time. Again, this machine makes it, I feel like a newborn baby. Like I don't know what I'm doing when I do. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. And I keep going for my knee lift and my back stitch on the side, like over on my Sailrite. All right, so now I'm going to close my zipper a little bit just so that it doesn't come loose, okay? But I am going to turn everything right side out. Okay, just make sure everything looks good. And I did this completely wrong. See, I did this the last time. Every time I thought, oh, I did it wrong. Y'all, I did it wrong. What did I do wrong? Well, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll with it. This will just be the lining and this will be the exterior. I don't know what I did. What did I do? Yes. I thought that's what I did. The zipper, how you place the zipper on this is so necessary. Read your instructions. I thought if I made 3 of them, I wouldn't make the mistake. Oy vey. All right, so, well, we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna make it that this is the, and I'll give one of my nice ones as the prize. That stinks though. This is what I did the first, well, it was actually the second time around. This is what I did, and then I had to rip it out. Should I rip it out while you guys are here? Do you care how long this sew along is? I kind of feel like if you're gonna do something, you need to do it right. Let's sit and rip it. And we can chat a little bit about what all you've been working on, and I'll share what I've been working on. So, lots of things have been going on here, especially with fabric. We've been trying to get as much fabric made before the fall and the weather changes, because dyeing fabric is always so much better. See, I'd rather rip it out too. I feel like if I didn't rip it out, Claire, I would be doing it in service to all of you and myself because it would bother me. So we're gonna rip it out because it'll go quicker. Yeah, so we've been really busy dyeing fabric and getting things ready for throughout the year as far as fabric is concerned. And so that's what I've been doing a lot of. Most of today I was ironing fabric, because when you do hand-dyed fabric, you also have to wash it afterwards, and then it's all wrinkly, and I don't feel right selling crazy wrinkled fabric to people. So I stand here and sew iron lots of fabric, lots and lots of fabric. So we're busy doing that, which I'm very excited about, the different colors and the different designs that are coming out. It's hard for me to keep secrets of that stuff. Almost done with one side here. I don't know if I have blue thread on here that's almost out. So let's hope we'll have enough to finish this. There we go. There's one side. Ripper is your friend. The nice thing about domestic thread is it's a lot thinner. So using your ripper usually doesn't take as much as what it does when you're, ripping out a bag or something like that from your industrial machine. Let me know in the comments, are you sewing on a domestic machine? Like, is that your primary machine, a domestic machine, or or are you using a industrial for, like, primarily for your machine? Because I think I'm fairly new to industrial machine sewing. My Sailrite is just a year old this year, this month. So I'm fairly new to industrial sewing. But I love it. I love my Sailrite so much. I'm so glad we bought it. And I feel like I love this machine too. I just feel like I'm not completely confident in it yet. I need to make more with it. So another reason to take the time to rip this out. Just more and more practice. I guess this would be a good time to share my mystery word with y'all. So if you're still here, if you're still hanging out while I rip this out, my mystery word this week is going to be blackberry pie. And the reason is that is the color fabric I just dyed. That's the name of it. And so it's so gorgeous. I can't wait for everybody to see it. And I feel like the combination of dyeing my fabric and also sewing with it and sharing it with other people who sew has just been one of the most rewarding things recently in my life, and really, like, recent career-wise. I feel like it's just been so rewarding to combine, like, my love of art along with my love of sewing. So blackberry pie. Did I say blackberry pie? Or black cherry pie? What did I say? Tell me what I said, because I think I might have said the wrong thing. It should be black cherry pie, not blackberry. You sew on a Hello Kitty themed Janome. That's so fun. Hello Kitty. I love that. All right, I'm gonna attach this zipper together, hopefully. The one thing about these woven zippers is they do unravel fairly easily, so there we go. Should be the secret word to put in the event, to be entered to win is black cherry pie, not blackberry pie. I don't know. I feel like, did I drink my coffee today? All right, let's get this going again. We're gonna look at our instructions really quickly. We're gonna lay our exterior panel. Yep. Lay our zipper right side up. Okay. Oh, I had you guys put it upside down. That was the issue. All right, so let's tilt down here. So where I went wrong, okay, was I went like this. Do not make your zipper upside down, okay? Where I went wrong is that my zipper needs to lie flat up like so, all right? So we're gonna open our zipper again. We're gonna line it up where we need to line it up. And we're gonna clip that in place. And that's what I did. I turned it upside down, and I should not have done that. And then our exterior, we're gonna lay sandwich on top of there like so. And now we're gonna stitch 3/8 of an inch. Put my needle down and just move the zipper a little bit. That was my thread up top here because it's coming close to the end. Come on. And I'm pulling down into there for some reason. Okay, there's that side. Now we're gonna do the other side just the same way. And now it will be correct because it looks correct. So we're gonna clip this where we start. We're getting there. I always have to make a short sew longer. Okay. And now we're gonna just take this and lay that sandwich on top of there. And now we're gonna stitch down our zipper at 3/8 of an inch. And I feel like my zipper's off there a little bit though. I don't want it to be too high because then it'll be off. So let me fix that. Really want to make sure that that line that we made at the top of your zipper is lined up, okay? or it'll be a little wonky when you turn it around. Not that mine isn't already wonky, but we're making do. Alrighty, we're gonna stitch down. And then just make sure that you pull your zipper here to make sure that it's flat at the end. Okay. All right, now we're going to take our zipper pull off. I know that scared me at first when the first pattern that had me take the zipper pull off and not like do stuff without the zipper pull on there made me very nervous. But now we're going to top stitch along our zipper and clip any threads that need to be clipped off here. Okay, and change our foot back. Okay. And we're just gonna do 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. I'm glad we ripped it, y'all. I'm glad we took the time to do it because it looks so pretty. All right, now we go down the other side, top stitch it. Okay. So here we have our top stitched, and then the lining is on the inside here. Trying to remember what I did next. Oh, okay. Next is we're gonna put the zipper pull back on, like so. So again, this is where you're kind of deciding for yourself which direction do you want your zipper to go. Like I said, I don't think it really matters. It's kind of a personal preference with this, but I want it to go and meet up at the top. Come on. Whoop. Sometimes they're tricky. You always want to, like, I know that this end had a tooth that was higher than the one side, so you always want to start with the tooth that's higher when you're doing your zipper. All right, so now what we're going to do is you want to flatten it like so in half. I'm going to get my marking pen. You could use chalk too if you wanted. And I am going to measure where are the measurements at? Here they are. 1 1/8 inch from my top from the top here right at my zipper. So 1 1/8. It's hard to kind of see this on the black. And do that on the other side as well. So 1 1/8. Play with it here. Another 1 1/8 on both sides. Okay. And now we're going to continue to top stitch. But what we're going to do is we're going to find those lines that we made, and we're going to fold it so that that line is like right along the outer edge, and we're going to clip. Okay, and now we're going to top stitch 1/8 of an inch right down along that line. And then find the next one. Fold it so that that line we made is on the outside. And top stitch again. And because I have a white thread as my bobbin thread, I'm going to not keep like rotating it this way. Now I'm going to flip it and come over here and do it this way so that I keep my blue thread as my top stitch and the white thread is the bottom stitch. One thing I really like about this Bernina is that it adjusts the tension depending on what you're using, and when you go over certain areas, like if it's uneven, it adjusts the tension for you, which is really nice. Okay, last one. there we have that. They're all top stitched, so you should have kind of like this like square looking piece. Okay, let's see. Oh, we have some writing. Corey says, this is the progression of machines I have acquired in the last 3 years: domestic brother, domestic Janome, a Janome HDP, and just last week a 50-year-old industrial Juki LU563, and I love it. That's so awesome. How many lines did I draw? 4. So you're gonna have your 1 1/8 from your zippers, and then your 1 1/8 from your bottom when it's folded in half. Okay, so this is what one side is gonna look like, okay, after you have it top stitched. So now we have to turn it inside out. So is going towards, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold. So here's our square, all right, turned inside out. The zipper's on the top. We're going to take where we did that top stitch, we're gonna pinch it like so on the top and the bottom, and then we're gonna push that side piece in on a fold. So your sides are gonna look like that. All right, and I'm gonna clip it. So you can kind of see how thick that is already, that when I was doing with the water resistant canvas, it was a little thicker, like it was really hard to get my regular clips on there. And then when I went to do the vinyl, it was very difficult. I had to actually get my jumbo clips to do that. So again, over here where we did those top stitches, we're gonna pinch that together on the top and the bottom, and then we're gonna push that side inward like so, and it's gonna be kind of like a fold there, okay? And then we're gonna clip it. All right, and then we want to kind of make sure that our zipper is laying nice and flat on the top, even though it's not closed. We want to make sure that that's laying nice and flat. And you can actually clip this top part of the zipper off now and make it flush. Okay, and I just put a clip there just to hold that in place the way I want it, because I'm going to stitch this at a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. I'm going to go in about 3/8 of an inch to a 1/2 of an inch, okay, and I'm going to back stitch on either side. I'm not going to stitch over my zipper yet because I want to have a space for my little tag, my little hook. All right, so we're gonna put this under, and we're gonna use our regular stitch. Okay, and we're gonna just back stitch at the beginning and the end. We're gonna go in about a 1/2 an inch to 3/8 to a 1/2 of an inch. Depends on how wide you've made this. Okay, like this one is actually kind of skinny, but like the water resistant canvas and stuff was a little thicker just because it's a thicker fabric. So that's what you're gonna have to think about. I kind of stitch right to where my top stitch is next to the zipper, and then back stitch again. And we'll use the cutter this time. And then we're gonna put it under again. I kind of want to keep my zipper, make sure my zipper's flat. I'm gonna have to move that. There we are. And right where my top stitch is, I want to make sure that everything's looking like it's still clipped in the right place. Okay. So now that you have that stitched down, now you can fold your little tag and slip it in with the folded side inwards. You're going to slip that in underneath your zipper. And now we're going to stitch over the zipper. You could do it all at once, but I find that doing the tacking on either side just holds everything where you want it to be. And now I'm just going to go straight across the entire thing. And I'm going to back stitch a couple times over the zipper just to hold all of that. Okay, so now we have that done. Take our clips off, and now we're going to clip this down a little bit. Need a little bit of more of a beefy scissors for that. Like so. And we're going to grab one of our other pieces that's basically our binding. So you can decide I made two different ones. So I'm actually thinking, I think since the lining is this, I'm going to keep this one with the lining and we'll use that one for the exterior. So now what we're going to do is you want to flip it around to the back and you want to put this piece of binding right sides together, clip. You're going to find your edge, and we're just going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Straight across. But you're going to stop right where your pencil case stops. Okay, so you're going to have like these little tags at the end of the binding. Like so. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to take it, we're going to flip it like so. We're going to fold these two sides in like this. I like to clip those in place because it just helps you to be able to do the next part. And then you're going to fold this down and that over like so. And then you clip those in place. And now we're just going to stitch right across. And we can do a top stitch for that. I do back stitch at the beginning and the end though. Need to put the foot down. And this is definitely where doing a thicker fabric than a cotton woven, you definitely need to take your time if you're going to be using your domestic machine. Okay. So there's that. Now you can open your zipper a little bit. You don't want to open it all the way because more of a risk of it going down off the end down here. We're going to turn it right side out. And now when you look at this end, which there's the little tag, you're going to want to push out the corners because then it creates like the little boxy end there. Okay, but there, we're getting there, you guys. Look, it looks so good. All right, so we're gonna zip that up, and then down here at the bottom you're just gonna fold in your two sides. You're going to fold them in. You're going to clip them in place. We're going to clip off the rest of the zipper. And then I kept forgetting, I'm going to go grab a tag. I kept forgetting to put a tag on the other ones that I made because it is kind of awkward size of where would you put your bag tag. But I have these little tiny tags made that have our wings and they say you got this. So I think I'm going to actually put that tag, maybe I'm going to put it in the back here. I'm going to put it on the back here because I think that'll be easier. I'll probably use a little bit of double-sided tape to keep it where I want it. Before I put the binding on. Okay. So I'm gonna probably put it right about there. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that other piece of binding and we're gonna do exactly like we did for the inside for the outside. We're gonna stitch across and then we're going to flip it and top stitch. So we're gonna do, I need to move these clips back though, they're gonna be in the way. Another, do 3/8 of an inch, I think, or a 1/4 inch. What are we gonna do here? I don't wanna go over my tag too much. All right, I'm gonna go back to a regular stitch. Back stitch at the beginning and the end. And we're gonna flip it. Oh, that worked out perfect. It's right where I wanted it. All right, we're gonna flip it around. We're gonna fold it over. Clip those folds just to keep it where you want it. And then we're gonna fold that part down. You could iron this if you really wanted to, but I don't see the point in that, of ironing that right now. And then just fold it and clip it to hold it over that stitching that you just did. You don't want to see that. And then we're just going to stitch across in a top stitch. So let's do that. And I want it to be kind of exactly where I had it, so. Okay, and there we have it. It's so cute. I have some threads over here that I'll clip. So let's check this out together. What do you think? So there it is. Such a cute little sewing pouch to put your scissors. I mean, like I said, I think these would be great teacher gifts. Like, I feel like this is something a teacher would use to take things home It has a nice little tag on the end. And other than my mistake that I made at the very beginning of sewing the zipper on wrong, you could pump these out pretty fast. Like the other day when I practiced this to try to not make a mistake here on a YouTube video, I sewed the other two. Gosh, it was less than a half an hour. Now granted, I had everything cut out and everything, but if you batch these and cut these out, what do you think, everybody? Look, see, die. I'm sewing and dying all the time. But this is so cute. And I love the little sewing mice fabric from my little shindig. It makes me very happy. I feel like this would be really cute to make like a bunch of other little sewing accessories with as well. I do have some threads I need to pull on this, but I'm excited to see who gets it. So again, if you are tuning in to my Sew Along Live, every Sew Along Live I do share a secret code word for you to go over to the event on my free Facebook group and share that code word. The code word is Black Cherry Pie, okay? Mine should be zippered closed to the thin end, not the boxed end. Yes, so you, again, this is where I feel like you get to decide how you want it to close. Because I have, like this one, I have it closing to the thin end. Because I was thinking if someone put it on like a keychain, right, this would be better because then the, especially this little rocking horse from Dream Big, it wouldn't be up here like by like the keys and everything and possibly get caught there. So I think no matter which way you put your zipper on, I don't think, personally, I don't think that there is a wrong way of doing that. I feel like you can do either or. So I don't think that's a problem. Hi, Julie. So yeah, so this one too I have on the thin end. But then the one that I made with the vinyl, I put it up towards the top. So please share with me the ones that you make. All right, I really want to see pictures of the ones that you make over on my free Facebook group. Feel free to share anything you make. It doesn't have to be with my fabric to share with me. I just love seeing what other people are making. It helps me think of different ideas of things to do for sew-alongs. It helps me with color combos as well for fabric. So feel free to post anything as far as your makes over there on my Facebook page. And then I will post on the event a specific post for you to put the code word Black Cherry Pie. And then in a week, I pull a name, okay, of somebody to win this one here that I made, and I send it to you in the mail. All right, it's for you to get some Happy Mail, which reminds me, I promised you I was going to open some Happy Mail. So if you stayed with me for this live, I will open some Happy Mail with you. Now let's see here. Do I have a scissors that I will use to open a package? I won't use my really good scissors for that sort of stuff. That's sacrilegious, right? All right, let's see what Dream Bag sent me. They shipped things so fast. So fast. I ordered from them some hardware. I really love their hardware because I feel like it has this elevated look to it that I really haven't found elsewhere. And their pricing is right too. It is made specifically for their webbing. So yeah, that's primarily what I ordered. It was a bunch of, I love these rectangle rings. So I have a bunch of these in different colors. And then I also love their swivel hooks have like this little, almost like a buckle, like, you know, like you would have for your sliders. And I just feel like this elevates the bag that you're making so much nicer. And then it has a cute little heart on either side, which I love as well. So I ordered a bunch of their hardware. And then I also, where are they? I'm so excited about these. So a fabric that is coming for, that I dyed for let me think what month it is, September, is going to be really great to go. All of my fabric that I dye, by the way, because Katie over at My Little Shindig is my girl and I love her so much, I try to help coordinate with her club. So the fabric that I come out with the month after this club is received is the fabric that I've made to try to help add some more coordinates. So if you're quilting with it or making other bags or things with it, my fabric does go along with it. But September, these are so cute. Oh my God, I didn't know that they were 2 different sides. So dream big, guys, grab these before the Halloween season, before the holiday season starts. Look at how cute these little candy corns are. Oh my God, and the backs, like they're 2 different ones. That's so cool. I did not know that they were different on both sides, on either side. So cool. They designed these themselves. Oh my goodness, look at this one. They're so cute. This one is a little ghost, and then on the other side it's a jack-o'-lantern. Look how cute that is. So there's the ghost and the jack-o'-lantern. Here there's a mummy on one side, and I think it's a witch on the other, or it's like a green candy corn, which I guess is supposed to be a witch. Look how cute that is. Oh my God, they're adorable. All right, and well, I think there's more. Is that it? Yeah, those are the 3 different ones. They're so cute, but they're gonna go really well with the fabric that I'm dyeing for September. Well, that I did dye already for September. What else did I get out of here other than hardware? Oh, I'm making the next full tutorial. I am doing the Aphrodite bag by Anchor and Needle. And I am doing, it's like a sea theme. And I had magnets that were little turtles. And Dream Big had these really beautiful turtle zipper pulls. And when I say beautiful, because look at the back. Their bellies, they have bellies. The turtles, like it's not one-sided. It actually has a turtle belly, which I think is so cool. So, so that's for that. I got those zipper pulls for that. And then I bought some of their webbing, which by far is it actually is my favorite webbing. I feel like it holds up so nice. So I got some of their, I think they call this rose gold. This is their 1-inch. They do also sell 2-inch webbing. And is this champagne or ivory? I can't remember. I think it might be champagne is this one. And then this one is candy corn. So I had to get that one. So that's what I got from Dream Big. So if you want to shop with those girls, definitely shop with them. If you buy my mystery dynamic fabric kit, which I have 1 of each month so far still available over my site, which is 2 half yards of hand-dyed fabric in coordinating colors. There's cards that come with my mystery kits. And on those cards, there are coupon codes for my friends shops that kind of help me collaborate on that. And Dream Big is always one of those, so that you can get some savings from them. Now we're going to open the one from Jade. And this is an exclusive. I'll share here because I can't keep secrets. So you're going to know before they're even on my site. Let's see. I love Jade over at the Heart and Hide. She is amazing. We share fellow medical history. That's what we bonded immediately on our past medical history. But her and her husband do beautiful work. I get all my tags there. So if you were wondering where I get my tags, the ones that have our logo, our wings behind it, I get all my tags made by Jade over at the Heartwood and Hide. So she did them in black and also in the cream for me. And then here she has the samples. So also for September, but these are going to be on my site probably sometime this week to be able to pre-order them. The kit for September is going to have some really fun patches, tags that will come along with the kit. And then I will also have one tag available in my shop to purchase, or a kit. I haven't really decided how I want to do it, but I figured I might as well show you. September's fabric, if you're a Harry Potter fan like myself, the books, the movies, the park, whatever. My dyed fabric for the month of September is also not only coordinates with Katie's for August, but it also has a Harry Potter theme behind it. So one of the fabrics, this might give you an idea of the color schemes it is. So if you're, you probably can't read it because I'm wondering if it's backwards. This is the Dark Mark by you know who. I don't know if you know, like when Voldemort calls his Death Eaters, there's the little dark mark, and so that is the spell he cast, and it says, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. So that's one of the tags. And then another tag that's going to come along with the kits, but you'll be able to order some in little sets. It says cheers witches, which do you know what that is? That from Harry Potter, what they drink when they go to Hogsmeade. So there's that. And then there's, these are going to be, I'm going to have more of these available to go with my retail for that month. And it says brewed by hand. And it has a cute little witch's pot on there. So those are some fun little sneak peek of what's coming to my shop. So if you want them, they're exclusive to my shop. Oh, they're not backwards? Good. Good. They'll be exclusive to my shop. I'll probably have a couple little sets of the tags, but you'll have to definitely, if you want one of each tag, you'll have to get the mystery kit for that month. And I only make 15 kits, 15 dynamic fabric kits that have the 2 half yards of fabric in them. So once the 15 is gone, there is no more. The retail that I do, which is usually one color, it releases the beginning of each month. I usually I have more of that than what I would have kits, but once that is gone as well, you won't see that color done over again for quite some time. So thank you, Jade, and thank you, girls over at Dream Big, and thank all of you, those of you who tuned in live with me, those of you who've made this. Please post pictures. I really want to see it, and also make sure you share over on the Swan Family Patterns. Tag them as well, because I know they were really excited for me to share this with you all, so definitely go and check it out. But I really appreciate you all for being here. Oh, what did I saw? Oh, a quick positive sew, quick positive make to make. Yeah, this totally is one of those that you're gonna feel successful, even if you have to rip some of it out. It doesn't take that long to rip it out. Happy Monday to you all. Hi, Diane. And if you watch this on the replay, please leave me a comment. You know, let me know that you watched it. And I just appreciate you all for being here. Remember, the sewing is the healing part. It's one of the reasons I do this. I'm not very good at it. Although some of you are so kind and say that I'm good at this, I don't feel very good at it. I really just do it because I firmly believe that the more we can share in community together, the more we heal one another. And so I'm really happy that you're here today, and come join me over in the Facebook group. I'm going to get back to ironing a bunch of fabric, and I'll talk to you real soon. Have a great day.